Good morning. I want to see if people are gonna come in today. I want to see if people are gonna come in the morning. Kusekseni, kusekseni. La South Africa, it's morning for us here. I'm trying to fold clothes because you know laundry needed to be done, and thank goodness that the rain stopped for a day or two. So yeah, that gives us the time to maybe do some laundry, you know, to maybe do some laundry. But the world is upside down, guys. The world is upside down. The world is upside down. I wonder if people are gonna come in today because sometimes I just wind up here talking to myself. Akunankinga nathi one day. Nathi kuyoze one day. Nathi kuyoze one day. I think this thing is wet, yes. Or was it just sitting with wet stuff? But it's not that wet. Anyways, how is your Thursday looking? Some people are saying it's a pre-Friday sort of a thing, but I'm like, pre-Friday, pre-Friday for who? For the who? For the what? Some of us are still working, even on a Saturday. We will still be working. Okay? We don't want January to find us hungry. We don't want January to find us stumbling. We just don't want January to find us in that state, you know? That state where you have to pay for school fees, you have to pay rent for some of us, and some people still need to pay the bond because there's no vacation for that. Anyways, fun fact by the way, did anybody like I literally did not realize this. So in America they have like a vacation of 3 months, and I see now we are here with not even like it's not even like guys a month. Listen, it's perhaps a week for some of us. I'm sorry, I'm listening to some music, but I can't put it on the screen because it's people's music and people get grabby about their music being listened in public. But we are not there. We are on the topic of start preparing for January. And I am saying this because I was in a frenzy when I saw the stationery list for my 1 year old. She's one. She's one. And I'm literally like, okay, fine. We will soldier this on. But I'm not here about that, guys. I'm not here about that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you don't know who I am, my name is Bongi. Yeah, my name is Bongi. And I usually do reviews about SkeemSaam when I feel like it. Like, because sometimes they just hurt me. If you watch last night's live, then you will know what I mean when I say they just hurt me. Please go ahead and like if you're coming in. But what kind of a world are we living in? Siphila ezoneni njani, guys? Let me fix. I don't feel like I'm sitting comfortably. Yes, I don't feel like I'm sitting comfortably. But what kind of a world are we living in? Like, Jeff, okay, fine. My imaginary world where there's no crazy, there's no Nkosi, there's no what, you know, Boli Hasa, like Jay. It became a mess over there, okay? Hi guys, hi. Please do like, ne? Please do like the live when you come in. Uh, so I'm like, yesterday I went back to SkeemSaam, even though it makes me want to pull my hair out. I went back and I was watching. And one of the things that I saw over there, I was like, hi, Bo, what am I watching over here? Unkosi is in a relationship with Ukwezi. Ukwezi, who had now broken up with Peterson, and Peterson is that cop now who is vindictive. But wait, here is the topping on the icing of the cake. Ne? The icing on the icing and the topping ne, was the fact that Kwezi gets arrested by her ex-boyfriend, Peterson. And when she gets arrested by her ex, Peterson, all of a sudden, Columbus is not in the country. He went on a vacation because it's December. Hello. So now, guess who is Columbus second or third in command? Well, I'll say third in command because apparently there was another lady who was supposed to be representing Kwezi, but then she did not come through because Naya, she was on a mini vacation. Ne? So, and the Grim, like I just want to say the grim on Quez's face and the smiles on Lehasa's face and the fact to say how. So finally, I get my revenge. You took my money, but you took my money, but you did not take my spirits. And so now my wife to be or my fiance is the one who's gonna represent you. The same wife or fiance that Kwezi once chased down with with Inkagoselo, guys. You know those things to scratch your hair with because Ukwezi just made a weapon, okay, to harm Ulihasa. Do you remember that episode? And it was because Pretty was in the house and Ukwezi at that time was pregnant. The things that women will do. Listen, if they get to you, if they get under your skin, when I just get to the bank, just make sure that you ask for everything that you need and you want. Okay? Even though not all of them will give it to you, but then if you have somebody's baby, it's not gonna end easy for them, you know. So now Ukwez is being represented by Upriti. And I was gonna say the same thing that she said as well. She's like, what? When representa mina. I was like, hi, bro. I was like, the way she said that, it was as if Pretty is garbage. But I do understand why she said that. You know, Pretty is like, she's a baby, man, when it comes to Kwezi. Kwezi's like your big sister who's in her 40s. And you just turned 29 by the looks of it now. And you are here saying you are representing me. When the universe just wants to make sure that your fate is put in the people's hands that you once harmed. Yabona, that's what happened, Lapaya. I just want to say, guys, thank you for coming in, and please go ahead and like the stream. Please like the stream, ne? And subscribe if you want to hear from us about SkeemSaam things. Guys, now I love SkeemSaam. I love like watching stories and doing them like a book review. That is just me because that is the only place where I can literally worry about other people's problems without worrying about other people's problems, if you get what I mean. Yeah, because like when I'm thinking about it, Quincy is a character. The real person doesn't have these kinds of problems. Like an ex that is a cop that wants to pin you into a case that can get you life in prison. You know, she doesn't have those problems. But when I was watching it last night, I'm like, finally, justice catches up to Ukwezi. I mean, Ukwezi stabs somebody. She does not get arrested. She gets this lavish lifestyle. And she got away with a lot of things, guys. Like Ukwezi got away with a lot of things, and she said it. She's like, I'll get away with it. I will get away with it. And I'm like, Karma, please come and collect now. If there are writers who understand how life works, I need the karma to be coming. Listen, but anyways, it's not the same. It's not the same because reality, like karma, does not come to collect to other people out here. in this life. Karma does not come out to collect in this life, for other people. Oh, unless it comes later, very, very, very later. Nay, but it comes very late, man. So, what am I saying exactly? I'm like, at least something interesting is finally happening in SkeemSaam, whereby Pretty gets to be the one who's on moral ground for the first time. But I still think that she's bonkers for marrying Lihasa. I think that she's bonkers for marrying Lihasa because Lihasa wants to enslave her into being a lawyer that will do anything and everything for him. It's a lawyer slash wife situation whereby it's a ride or die, even if you don't want Bazo who don't that you go and do what they want. Especially nale amalumakhe lawyer ongathudla abantu. But yeah, asikho lapho. It's a Thursday morning. It's a Thursday morning, and I'm like, this, like, I want to see people collecting karma. In this soapy. I really want to see people collecting karma. Nobody's collecting karma over there. Melita, guys, did you see lo mntana lo Melita lo mntana Melita lo guys? She irks me. She irks me, and not in the right way. Like, there are buttons that she's pressing that I do not like. That that girl. First of all, I'm gonna say shout out to the girl who's playing Jackie. Is it Jacqueline? If it's the full name of Melita's daughter, I think though she should tone it down a little. I know that TV, you need to act, but also remember TV is not like theater. Theater, we exaggerate things because you want people to feel the dramaticness of it. But on TV, your facial expressions and the music in the background is what carries the motion of the story. For as long as you do it right, you don't have to exaggerate it. I feel like she needs an acting coach, but she's good. She's good. She she's good. As Melita's daughter who's living in an oblivious world, she is good. She's like her mom. She's like her mom who is living in an oblivious dumb blonde world, J. Whereby they should get everything they want, even if the things that they want are not good for other people. Because Umelita went and married Ukomo, and we all know how that was. Like it shouldn't have never happened. Hello, sneakers. Hello, sneakers. Tell me where you're watching from if you're gonna come in, and also like the stream, please, 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 please. So as I was saying, like Umelita is living in her own oblivious world, and I'm like, hey, that child is just like Melita. Okay? What is my advice to the world? My advice to the world: try and live your life, and you know, just mind your own business. Try and live your life and mind your own business. That's just me. Just drink water and keep cup and live your life. And don't mind what people are saying. That's all I'm gonna say. My advice to the world: don't mind what people are gonna say, because one day your dreams will come back to haunt you. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, sneakers. If there's advice to be given, try and live your life and don't care what people are gonna say, because one day your dreams are gonna come back and haunt you. But I wasn't over there. I was still talking about Umelita and her dumb blonde baby girl who is out here like, I should be living with my sister who is in varsity and she should forgive me because me Nanjena, I am the it thing. Like, and you're like, you're not the it thing. You're not the it thing. Like, you don't know, like, yo, there's a lot that little girl does not know, and she thinks that she knows everything. But you know what? Tina, we are just here watching. I just hope now the writers are picking up the slack and they are doing the right things, guys. Like, because Skim Sam was, it used to be a show that I liked because it was educational, dramatic, yes, but you didn't sit there and now you are scared of watching it because of some of the things that they are doing or they are saying. Like, not, that was it. I'm like, I don't want to be watching a show that was supposed to be a home drama, but now my mind is doing gymnastics when I'm watching it. That's not a me thing, you know. But tell me what you think. If you have not watched SkeemSaam, if you've never watched SkeemSaam in your life, go and watch it. And it just you can even look for it on YouTube. There are people who are still trying to like show it on YouTube because it's a nice show. It's a nice show, and when you watch it, um it's just that okay, fine. There's a lot of king, Sipedi, Setswana, and yeah, maybe some Zulu here or there, but it's not that much. Another thing that I saw is that Kolo is having problems with accommodation, but then that's another problem. That's another bring story on the side. But I was like, finally, some people are collecting karma because Kwezi was supposed to long time collect karma for threatening for threatening Pretty and making Pretty have a miscarriage and also putting Pretty in prison and like it was a lot. When I saw yesterday Pretty walking in as the lawyer, I was like, what the hell? What the like what how did we get here? How did we get to this point? And now like I thought she was gonna close. I thought she was gonna be like, so now that I'm here, now that we are here, what is your end game, your MO, girl? Because I am your representative right now. And by the way, she did not get to negotiating the bail, but like she didn't even get to negotiating the bail first. She just went in, hello, Sean. Hello, Sean. He, she just went on to be like, you know what? I'm not even gonna negotiate the bail right now. They're gonna Mirandarize her and they're gonna read her and they're gonna charge her. Then I will negotiate the bail. I'm like, and she's like, I'm just following orders that are coming from Gobos, and I'm not doing this to hurt you. Thank you, Sean, for subscribing. Thank you. Please like the stream. If you are coming in, please go ahead and like the stream. Whoever is coming in, please go ahead and like. So, as I was saying, like, Pretty was just playing this damsel in distress. I'm like, girl, you a lawyer now. You take power, okay? Was like crazy. I honestly, after if who's this Peterson got out of the room, now I was gonna antagonize Chrissy. I was gonna antagonize her. I was gonna antagonize her and then tell her like, look, you look like an animal in a cage now. Because how the hell do you get to a situation whereby the wife of your ex is representing you and this is the same girl you tried to stab? This is the same girl you almost put in jail and like it was just like Kwesi. That's why I think she got villain of the year on that year when she did that. She framed Pretty for what happened to Lihasa. And when Lihasa woke up, his girlfriend, who was the side chick then, was now in prison for something she did not do. That the other one, who was the current fiance, is the one who stabbed him. And she was out here like, I'm gonna play innocent. I'm a pregnant woman. There is yes, there is something behind me. It's my baby's blanket. Yes, it's my baby's blanket. Uh, no, there's nobody behind me. There's nobody behind me. It's my baby's blankets that are here. It's not someone sitting. It's just a blanket. Yeah. Yeah. But guys, please go ahead and like the stream. If you do not know what we are talking about, I am trying to see if people would like me to do reviews on SkeemSaam. SkeemSaam used to be the show that I used to do reviews on here on this channel, ne? And all of a sudden they just got sour with me. They wanted to flag me. So now I'm not gonna use their pictures. It's okay. It's okay. But if you guys want to know the people that I'm talking about, Kwezi, Pretty, Lihasa, Peterson, all those people, you can just search for SkeemSaam, okay? You can just search for SkeemSaam on YouTube, you will see it. I don't even know why I'm promoting them, Njengamanje Vele, like after what they did. Like, it was so mean. Oh, I'm sorry. I will try and see why it's not working. But thank you. I would really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate it if you guys donated. Um, I'll try and see why is it not working. So as I was saying, as I was saying, like I feel like the show has turned around so much that the problems that they are having now, it's adult problems. It's no longer about the kids because Skim Sammy was about the kids. Skim Sammy it's like me and my crew. That's what it means, me and my crew. So now hello, Janika. So now I'm like, okay, fine. It's no longer about the kids. It's about Melita being the mistress and the mistress winning, and she is now the Mrs. Homo. And now it's like it's just about marital problems. Now it's no longer about me and my crew. Meaning like Skim Sam, because it was about a group of kids who went to school in a South African community and they are trying to show us the day-to-day kind of life that these kids go through. But now I'm watching Bokwezi getting arrested by their ex-lovers who are just being vindictive and they're trying to tie them into a case that they're not there because he felt like Kwezi cheated. Because guys, yes, I feel like Kwezi did cheat on Peterson. Kwezi did cheat on Peterson, and Peterson is now taking it harshly because Nkosi, Unkosi is Nkosi. Yes, Nkosi. Nkosi is the chef. Nkosi is the type of person when he loves out loud. He will tell the world. He will get on the tower. What's that tower? The Paris Tower over there, and tell everybody that I love Quincy, and nobody can do anything because. Did you guys see him trying to block the officer from arresting Ukwezi? And I was like, if you're trying to, like, why would you even do that? Why would you even do that? Not cool, dude. Like, step aside, let them arrest her, and then after that, you can get a lawyer to get her out. But then it proves that the lawyer was useless because the lawyer was the wife of her ex. Kwezi has got a lot of problems. I think instead of making friends, she's made more enemies because this is why now I see what they mean when they say most successful people are very selfish people. I mean, look at Kwezi. She's successful now. She has this business and she has this boutique now, but the enemies that she has, it's too many enemies. So I can see it, man. Man, this is saying gaga. Like everybody around you is just like, you stink. And ngapha, Clement. Clement is the niece, is it the niece? Mshanaga Pretty. The niece or the nephew of Pretty. Ne? And he is like working for Kwezi. And Grace is the enemy of your aunt. Like, how are you working for this person? And Clement is like, Mina, I'm just shooting my content because the content practically runs itself when it comes to Lihasa and Kwezi. And honestly speaking, yeah, yeah. Honestly speaking, honestly speaking, it's like Jay. I don't know how can I put this. It's I felt like it was a weird setup. But then it comes to show you how karma can come and collect to you. But the person I want karma to collect is Dr. Blue. Because what she did to Priti, it's not right. For me, for me, the way it is, it's not right. Like it's not right at all. That you're dating this man and you know this man has a fiance and the fiance is out there fighting to literally be with the lover again and she is literally trying to defend her low career before it even starts and then all of a sudden it's just that thing of like when are you cheating with with an inmate like uh, I was like you know what Lihasa is not a right to die, a ride or die kind of a person that you want to be with. Pretty deserve. That guy does not deserve Pretty. Pretty as her name as she is, looks like upstairs here she's not making common sense because she's doing law, yes, but then up here she's making all the wrong decisions. I That's how I see it. That's how I view it. But go ahead and tell me what you think if you have watched SkeemSaam. There's a lot of history in that drama, guys. There's a lot of history there. So when you see new characters come and go, don't worry. It's maybe characters that have been out there before. Please go ahead and like. Thank you for liking. For those who are coming in, yes, like the stream and tell me what you think. I want to know, guys, what other stories do you want us to watch and come and review? Because I would rather think of the problems in a story than thinking of my own problems and think of the problems of this world. Like, that's just me. I just want to be Husa and think of the problems of the story than think of my own problems. Okay. Right now it's December and the festive season is here, and other people are jubilating, they are celebrating, Gumnandi. So now we are here trying to plan for January. And I'm telling you, if you don't plan for January right now, it's gonna be a mess when it comes in, when you need the school fees money, when you need the registration fee money, when you like there's just so much. Kuningi, guys. So I would rather think of the stories. I would rather think of the stories. Maybe from the stories I could get advice on how to budget this coin, on how to budget this coin into something good that can help me pay the registration fee. Well, I've already paid for the registration fee of my daughter's, so I just need the stationery list came out, guys, and it's freaking me out. She's only 1 year old, guys, and it's freaking me out. I want to show you. They have this thing that they call bike day in her school, and when they mean bike day, it's whereby they close the road and they let these little rascals just run wild with their tiny bikes over there on the road. And I need to get this. I need to get this bike because I'm like, you know what? I would rather focus on the stories. I would rather focus on the stories and how Pretty is doing as a lawyer because right now she's flopping and her boyfriend, or shall I say, her cheating fiance, is not helping. Is not helping the problem right now. But a place where the action takes place is at Polokwane, Limpopo. That's where a lot is happening, but we will see as they contrast back and forth what is happening because the storyline was now concentrated. It was concentrated in Limpopo, but now it's back concentrated in Joburg, the city life, Boko Ezibo, Lihasa. But back there, in Polokwane, back there, they like the stories that made me want to pull my hair out. Actually, it was the story of Mapiti, because okay, let me start the story from beginning about Mapiti. The storyline of Mapiti. Mapiti was this girl who was trying anything and everything to become a journalist. Ne? Excuse me. So she made it happen. Then she was the baby mama of this spoiled brat kid who his parents owned a supermarket and the father is a lecturer. Those things. Ne? And when I look at it now, she was trying to get married to the right guy and she thought that was the right guy. But this spoiled brat was not the right guy. She just had a baby with him. So, okay. Guys, thank you for liking. Please go ahead and like if you are coming in. Please go ahead, like the stream and also comment. Comment. I want to hear you guys. What stories can we do that you guys like, that would be interesting to you guys? I like SkeemSaam. That's why I'm telling you even the storyline of Mapita. So Mapita grows up because she falls pregnant as a teenager with the spoiled brat's kid, okay? And now, when they grow up, Mapiti has finally made it. She's no longer the poor girl in the neighborhood. She's that girl who's like, listen, I can get my own coin. She becomes a journalist. And then, in becoming a journalist, she pushes for this book deal. And this book deal just launches her, puts her in a place where she can now be like, okay, people want her everywhere now. They want her not just as a journalist only, but they also want her as a person who is going to be in their podcast, who's going to be on radio, and all those things, you know. So she ends up going into radio. Thank you for liking. So when she ends up going to radio, she is now this person who is earning a lot of money. At that time, while she was doing that, she was married to this boy who was such a spoiled brat. And as he is such a spoiled brat at that time, he then decides he wants to go overseas, experience life. And my princess is like, but we have a kid. We can't uproot our kid. And it's going to be very expensive. And we don't have the money to apply for these visas and stuff like that. And then the guy just goes like, you know what? I'll go on my own, you know? And I'm like, I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Tibos. I'm watching you. His name is Tabo. And Tabo goes overseas. And when he gets overseas, the life is lifing. Oh, he goes to Singapore, to be exact. So the life is lifing in Singapore. And he's gone for years. Now, when he's gone for years, he starts falling out of the loop. He starts falling out of touch with other people, and he starts buying bottles of wine that cost like 15,000, 20,000. And when he comes back home to visit, he's coming back to visit his parents and his wife that he left over here, that he married. Nobody forced him to marry this girl. He said it makes sense. We have a child together. Why don't we get married? We are successful. We're going to be a couple. But when he went overseas, he was a nobody. He wanted to be a somebody because Mapiti was already a somebody. And I'm like, this boy, okay, fine, go get your coin. I hope though you know what you're getting yourself into, because you can't marry someone and then you do this long distance marriage. Trust me, I'm not about to do it, guys. Long distance marriage. Mm-mm, not me. So they do this long distance marriage, and he comes back home and he's out of touch because he's been in Singapore and things over there are fancy, and he wants to be bougie in South Africa. So he comes back to his wife and he says, you know what? Um, I want an open marriage. I'm like, boy, now I know why he wanted an open marriage. Men in South Africa do this. Né? If they cheat, they're gonna say, I want polygamy or I want an open marriage, so that they don't confront the elephant in the room that you cheated and you are so damn wrong for cheating. Now, this is why the story of Mapiti, I'm like, I am judging Mapiti from the from the throne, from the crown of her head to the tips of her toes. I am judging her because this guy cheated, and all of a sudden she finds out, and he's like, I actually want an open marriage. I wanted to talk to you about it, but we never got the time. So I went ahead and I brought this girl into our marriage. I'm like, the F. Like, what would you do? Why would you do that? Why would you even do that in the first place? So you know what? I'm like, this over here, it smells of a rat. So my bitch is like, if you want an open marriage, tell your parents. I want to see how you're gonna start this with African parents. If you know African parents, listen, guys, Nigerian African parents are the ones that bring it to the height of it when it comes to being dramatic. Okay, hey, okay, but South African parents are just gonna tell you, Abra, you're crazy. Uyahlanya, watsenwa. They're just gonna tell you right out. Ne? But what I'm trying to say is like, I'm looking at the situation because now this is what happened. My PT is now married to this guy, and they are like, now we're a power couple. We can both invest into buying a nice house. And the mother in law wants to go and live with them in their beautiful new house that is a double story. But they're like, no, mama, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to build our own thing over here. So now, remember that Tibos came back after cheating, and he said that he wants to be in an open marriage, and Mapiti was like, over my body. Okay, so so now the thing was like, you know what? Let's not do this thing. So they go to their new house now, and when they get to their new house, like the the vibe is not vibing. Remember, Utibas just came back from Singapore, so he's been seeing much more attractive girls, and he starts ignoring the wife. You know what I mean? Like ignoring the wife, the bed affairs. He starts ignoring the date nights. He just starts ignoring. And this girl's like, "What is going on? I'm the hottest thing in the block right now. I am on podcast. I'm writing a book. I'm doing, different types of things." And this guy just does not see my brains. He's looking at the body, and the body is like, "I am a mom of two kids, and I'm trying to make a living." That's what Mapiti's body was saying at that time. So now Tibos is so out of touch that he ignores his wife, and his wife now starts going like, "You know what? Yes, you may be from Singapore and you may be coming from this nice place, but listen here. Nah, there are people who want me in this African country. Lapa Mzansi, there are people who like me for me." So she then develops a relationship. Remember, this was after she just gave birth to her second baby. She then develops a relationship with her co-worker, and they cheat. They both cheat. The co-worker cheats on his fiance, dating Mapiti, and Mapiti cheats on the husband, the Singapore husband. And now the husband comes back and is like, "I will never forgive her. I will never forgive her." I'm like, "What? You? You're the same person who cheated in Singapore and God knows with how many people. Because we want there to witness your story. But God knows how many people. Mapita only found one on the phone. We don't know how many people he cheated with. But he cheated. That was the end of the story. And Mapita still forgave. Mapita still wanted to build a house with this guy, invest in this guy. Okay? Because she also had so much money now. But this guy, when she went and did the same thing, this guy's like, "I'll never forgive you. I'll never forgive you." Nah, 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 nah. I'm like, "Wow, look at you on your new high horse. We see you. We see you over there." And I'm like, "My sister still wants to stay in this. Does she not read the room?" And this guy goes ahead and throws her into the maid's quarters. She's no longer sleeping in their house. She's sleeping in the maid's quarters because he's like, "When I look at you, I'm in disgust. Nah, 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 nah. Why are we not disgusted by your cheating?" So I'm like, "You know what? The story right now was too much for me." And it's weird. I don't mean to divulge into people's personal business, but then it's so weird that okay, we don't know what happened to the character, yeah, Tibos, because Tibos is played by Hungani, and the time where his marriage on the screen is falling apart, it was exactly the time when his marriage in real life was falling apart, and he eventually got a divorce in real life. And I'm wondering, like, guys, this is why I don't think I'm gonna act like the curse that come with the characters that we wear. I don't want to be there. Nope. Count me out, guys. Count me out of that. So, you know what? Let me just end it here today. Nah, I'm just going to end it here today. The storylines of both Dr. Elizabeth and others, we'll come back to them. Nah, we will judge them all we want. We will, you know, we will undress the whole character itself by, you know, everything, the cadaver. But for now, I need to go to work. So, guys, I'll see you later. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe. Thank you for those who have liked and subscribed to my channel. Please, 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 please go ahead and watch the other videos and tell me what you think. What other stories should we watch so that we can review them? Ne? I would really love to see other stories. I want to think about character problems. I want to think about my own problems, guys. But you know what? Let's leave it to that. Bye, y'all.